I don't know why I do this to myself. Okay guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be answering the question, is First Class Forex Funds a legitimate prop firm, or are they just another scam firm that is here today and gone tomorrow? Given some of the things that have been going on in their Discord, on Twitter, on YouTube and that kind of stuff lately, I understand why this question is coming up. If you're new here, if you're new to the series, in this series I am attempting to help you guys, the end consumer, find the best alternative prop firm in 2023. When I say alternative prop firm, I simply mean firms aside from the titans of the space like FTMO and like My Forex Funds, the 5%ers, etc, etc. There are so many firms out there, and effectively I want to get to the bottom of it. I want to see, are there decent firms out there that offer better value for money, better customer service, easier to pass challenges, etc, etc. For those of you who don't know me, I am speaking from a point of experience and expertise in this space. I've been involved in the market since 2015. I've run multiple trading floors here in Glasgow and mentored literally thousands of traders. I've also lectured in universities and spoken at financial summits on, a Q&A panel on this exact topic of proprietary trading firms. Back in November, I spoke on a panel next to the CEO, Otakar, of FTMO, the CEO of the Trading Pet, and of the 5%ers and that kind of thing. I'm not a prop firm owner myself, but the summit in London asked me to be a guest speaker on that panel next to these firms as a trader and as a professional in the space who has experience and understanding of these kind of companies. So I am coming at this from a point of expertise and knowledge. Now on top of that, I also trade a number of funded accounts myself. I've passed a number of FTMO accounts. I have an FX2 account, a First Class Forex Funds account, and I'm working on a few other accounts behind the scenes as well. So basically I have a lot of experience with these firms. Now some rules that I set out in episode 1, if you haven't seen it, you can go and watch it. First of all, unless specifically stated otherwise, the firms that I'm going to speak about in this series have not paid me to review their firm. Rule number 2, I will not, for any reason ever in this series,
don't ever, for any reason, do anything to anyone, for any reason, ever, no matter what,
except an affiliate partnership type deal where if you click a link, I earn money from you signing up with that firm. If I review a firm and you find a link at the top of the description during this series, that link will not financially reimburse me or benefit me in any way if you sign up with that firm. Lastly, and probably most importantly, all of the firms I speak about, I will have had trading experience with. Whether I've sat their challenge and failed, or sat their challenge and passed and now have a funded account with them. So let's head through to my home office and get looking at First Class Forex Funds. By way of a quick reminder as to the method that we're going to be using to grade these firms. First of all, we're going to look at the maximum account size the firm offers. Obviously, the reason most people are looking to get financial funding is to have a large account size. If a decent systematic strategy will make 20 to 30% per year. If you only have £1,000 to trade with, £300, £200, £300 really isn't going to be much use to you. However, if you're trading something like, let's say a $100,000 trading account or a £100,000 trading account, that 20 to 30% is 20 or 30 grand per year. So obviously the attraction for most people is having a large account size. So that comes into the equation, but please don't put too much weight on it. A firm could say that they're going to give you £10 million But if they don't pay out and their trading conditions are awful, does it really matter? At the end of the day, of course it doesn't. Now, customer service, they're going to be rated 1 to 5. 1 being the worst, 5 obviously being the best. And I have a point system that I'm allocating for customer service. They'll get 1 point for having live chat. It's good to have live chat. They'll get a 2nd point for there being a quick response on live chat. They'll get a 3rd point for out of hours customer service. Most of these firms are in the US, for example. I'm in the UK. I would still like to be able to speak to someone if I have issues at pretty much any time of day. A lot of the brokers I work with have, a desk in Australia, they have a desk in London and that kind of thing. And what that means is if I ever have a problem, as I have had in the past, I can jump on the phone and I'm speaking to someone within a matter of minutes and my problem's on its way to being resolved. I think prop firms should have the exact same thing. They'll get a further point for having alternative contact information readily available, whether that be an email address or something like that, where if you can't get them on live chat, you can send them an email explaining your problem. And they'll get a last point for ease of contact. Are they easy to get in touch with? And if yes, of course they'll get another point for that. So 1 to 5 for customer service. The next thing I'm grading them on is price per $100. How much does it cost me to get $100 with this firm? For an example, on a $100,000 trading account, FX2 costs 980 odd pounds. So FX2 per $100, it will cost you 90 cents. And all this is going to do is it's going to give us an idea as to what the value for money is like with these prop firms. We then go on to passability, and that's either A, B, or C. A being easily passable, so that might be a firm that has no trailing drawdown limits and also no time restrictions. B would be a reasonable firm, so that would be something like FTMO, for example. Reasonable firm, they have time restrictions, but they have a pretty reasonable drawdown limit. And then an unreasonable firm could be a firm that has like a 30-day time restriction. You're only allowed to lose 5%, but you have to make 15%. That would be an unreasonable firm. I've also added in 2 columns. Does the firm have a trailing drawdown limit? Does the firm have a time limit? We're then going to talk about reputation, and that is very good, good, average, bad, very bad. For reputation, I'm going to be looking at Trustpilot, I'm going to be looking at social media, seeing what the general consensus is. If more than 20% of a firm's reviews on Trustpilot are 3 stars or below, that instantly prevents them getting a good or a very good reputation. They would be average or below. Payouts is simply a yes or a no. Does the firm pay out? I'll be speaking from personal experience where possible, and where I can't provide personal experience, I will be looking to other resources, whether that be their Discord chat or online and that kind of thing. And finally, trading conditions, and that's again from very good to very bad. Simply type in first class Forex funds into Google. We see first class Forex funds coming up near the top, very good SEO there. But as we get down a little bit, we start seeing things like bad ratings on Trustpilot. We see YouTube videos, are they a legit prop firm? Okay, so let's head straight over onto their website, and we want to hit up pricing first of all. Straight away here, we can see they offer a $500,000 trading account. So we'll put that in, 500K. Yeah, starting at 25,000 and all the way up to 500,000. So that's pretty cool. Seems like they also offer a 1-step evaluation, although there's no information about it for some reason. Now, let's start looking at some of the contact details. Okay, so it doesn't look like they have alternative contact details. I can see that they have a live chat, so that's going to get them 1 point there. Quick response, 1 point. Let's send them a message. Speak to an agent. Okay, yeah, so quick response, but straight away conversation ended. We're outside of business hours. So They're on 1 point just now. They do have a Discord though, which is here. So I guess, you know, having a Discord is a good thing. I'm going to give them a point for having a Discord. But right now they're on 2 stars. Accept invite. Let's open this up. Now in the Discord, again, they don't provide any email address or anything like that. I've been in this Discord for a while and I can tell you that it is notoriously difficult to get any kind of response from people who are in charge. Pretty much, if I just scroll through, you just see a whole load of complaints here in the Discord, waiting for the upgrade button to the live account. My first payout was approved on the 30th of December together with my refund. It hasn't been paid yet, it's 38 days already. Loads of complaints. I can see an admin here saying it will be resolved this week. Next week onwards there's going to be no more delays with approved payouts. Again, I mean, you look through some of this. After almost 2 weeks, I finally got an answer from support. I simply can't give first class Forex funds better than 2 points for their customer service here. I mean, you look through this Discord chat, people are really annoyed, basically. Not getting responses with support, waiting ages for payouts and that kind of thing. Got payment approval February 4th, I've still not received the payout. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so 2 stars for customer service. Now, let's talk about price per $100. Here on their $100,000 trading account, it's $525, meaning their price per $100 is 0.52. So that's pretty cheap. Let's look at their passability. Yeah, 30 calendar days, so they do have a time limit. Yes, they do not have a trailing drawdown. And what's the drawdown? Okay, so they only want you to make an 8% profit target and the loss limit is 12%. In this case, first class Forex funds get a B for a reasonable assessment. They only want you to make 8%. They offer a 12% maximum loss limit. You've got 30 days to do it. Obviously the time limit kind of sucks, but they only want you to make an 8% target. Easier to pass than something like FTMO. Now, we move on to the reputation side of things, and I'm already dreading this. I can tell you I have an account with first class Forex funds. I have not had the best experience so far, but we will get into that later on in the video. You can see here people saying, look, terrible company, worst company ever. Some people saying, look, they're legit, they just need time. I got approved today for a payout over 20 grand. With time they'll improve. Other people saying it's a scam company. Again, look, so you're having some people like, look, it's a good company. There were some things they did to help speed along the process to make up for some of the issues, and everything since then has been smooth. You have to be patient. They've exploded in growth. They're working on adding new stuff, but so far so good. Some people saying bad. That's like a 2-star review there. Scam company, scam, bad, dissatisfied. Wait until they're more established. They're a joke right now. And then you have other people just saying, wait for improvement. The reviews here, you can see more than 50% of the reviews are actually 3 stars or below. So that's pretty shocking in all honesty. Now, does the firm pay out? Yes, the firm actually does pay out. If we look at payout proof here on their Discord, my payout was approved, still not received. I'm waiting 60 days. Wow, that's pretty shocking. I'm waiting 30 days, 10 days after payment. I'm waiting 25 days. However, you do have people saying, look, payout approved. There's payment of $1,000. Payment of 2.5K there, 1,600. There's someone who's been paid out $14,000 nearly in one payout. They requested it on the 14th of January, it was approved and in their deal account 2 weeks later. So that seems to be the kind of general consensus. You wait 2 weeks for a payout. There's someone 7,500 requested the 9th, approved on the 25th, received on the 27th. So, 3 weeks that person's waiting. There's a payout of 22,500. Requested the first payout on the 6th, second on the 12th, got approved, emailed on the 25th. Okay, so what we can see here, look, there's a 6.5k, 7.5k, 14.5k. So what we can see is, yes, first class Forex funds do indeed pay out. Now, from personal experience, I made about £8,500 or $1,000 rather on a trade with first class Forex funds at the start of this month. I tried to withdraw $1,000 probably just over a week ago. In fact, nearly 2 weeks ago, and I've yet to hear anything. I've emailed support, I have contacted them via their live chat multiple times. I have heard absolutely nothing. I'm no closer. I've not even had the payout approved yet. It's literally $1,000 or $750 after profit split. In the time period I've been waiting for that withdrawal, I've been unable to trade on my first class Forex funds account. The account is just frozen. I've been waiting 2 weeks nearly for that payout, and I've been unable to trade on the account. Missed a really decent trade the other week there, 2.5 hour, something like that. Probably would have been about $6,000-7,000 on that account. Unfortunately, that's just something that I'm gonna have to live with. Now, with regards to trading conditions, although it is an 8-cap broker, I have to give them an average here for trading conditions, and that kind of sucks. I wish I didn't have to do that, but the trading conditions aren't the same as FX2, even though they're both 8-cap real accounts. I don't know why, because the servers are the exact same, but with first class Forex funds, the commissions seem to be a little bit higher, and also there seems to be a bit of slippage on my trades. When I execute a trade, I seem to get executed a few pips away from where I initially planned to. I'm not executing big size or anything like that, but I don't know why that is. It may just be a problem that's going to get resolved, but certainly for now I can only give them average. So now, time for conclusions. Is first class Forex funds a scam, or are they just a legit company trying to find their feet in this crazy industry? I'm going to go for the second option. I believe first class Forex funds is a legitimate company. Why do I believe they're a legitimate company? Well, firstly, I can see quite clearly from the Discord, from their YouTube, etc., the first class Forex funds, whether it's a good attempt or not, they are making an attempt to verify their legitimacy. They're starting to do Zoom calls where they're updating people on the issues they're having and all that kind of stuff. And that is certainly good. Now, there is problems with payouts. There is problems with people waiting to get accounts approved and that kind of thing. But they're a very new firm, and they've also grown at a crazy rate. They've had literally, I think they had like 12,000 people sign up for first class Forex funds accounts within the space of about 3 months. So that growth curve is not something that could have been foreseen or something that could have been prepared with, and we have to understand that they are trying to deal with that at the moment. Now, one thing I will say is that doesn't give them a free pass. I used to run a manufacturing company, and we didn't have the ability to put out as many products or as many units as what the demand was within the market. So all we done was we used to launch every 2 months. On the start, on the first of every second month, we would open orders to the public. We would advertise for the months leading up to that. We would open orders for the public. We would take a maximum of, let's say, 100 orders. We would shut down our orders. We would produce those products, get them sent out, and get prepared for the next launch. And that's exactly how we operated. We only allowed ourselves to get as many customers as we could handle. And even at that, we were running at maximum capacity. There is no reason that first class Forex funds can't do the same thing. close orders, build up a waiting list, get people waiting, get people excited and talking about it, you know, do giveaways in the meantime, you know, to guarantee people a spot, whatever you want to do. And then on launch day, you open up 1,000, you know, orders or whatever, they go, and then you close orders for the next 2 months. What that's going to do is it's going to build you a bigger fan base. It's going to build your reputation. People are going to be talking about you. There's going to be an exclusivity thing there where some people can get them, some people can't get them. And ultimately, it's going to make your workload a lot more manageable. But I think what first class Forex funds have done here is they've got to the point where, and I might be wrong on this is just my opinion, they're giving out these accounts, $500,000 accounts, and the payouts are so big that they need a constant flow of customers coming in and buying their challenges in order for them to afford the payouts. Now, look, that is just my opinion. That is not factual, but that's what it seems like. It seems they're in a kind of cycle of they need customers to be able to pay out people who are taking payouts. And so there is just this kind of cycle going on. And in all honesty, I think they're going to struggle for a little while unless they do something about it. But ultimately, I don't think this is a scam prop firm. My advice to most of you guys would be, look, check them out if you want to. You know, they certainly have a lot to offer to the space, I believe. But beware of these insane wait times. Beware of, you know, the fact you are going to be waiting around for a little while. If you don't want to do that, simply look at another firm. I'm going to be reviewing other firms. I would recommend looking at other firms over something like first class Forex funds if you don't have the patience to wait. In the meantime, my advice to first class Forex funds would be to build customer relationships. Those like myself who have had funded accounts with first class Forex funds for, you know, a little while now, who have been loyal customers, they should be getting rewarded and incentivized to stay with you and to support you as well. But ultimately, I just don't think they're doing enough at the moment. Firms in this space, you know, your reputation can get destroyed very, very quickly, as we've seen. You know, I believe First Class Forex Funds is a legit firm, but you look on their Trustpilot and you would just think they're scammers. That's my take on First Class Forex Funds. That's my objective review. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap things up for this video. If there's a firm you want me to review, please drop a comment down below and I'll try and, you know, fit that into the schedule. If you did enjoy this video, drop it a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.